Strawberry Festival.
That sounds like a good time. Of course, this morning, sunrise we've got officially coming up at 5:39 a.m. So here in just a little bit, it is going to be a beautiful sunrise out there as well. Sunset today after 8 o'clock again, 8:06. That means 14 hours, 26 minutes of daylight. So we get closer and closer to the official start to summer, just about a month away here in the region. Once again, we do have a beautiful sunrise getting ready to occur. Just a few high thin clouds adding to some color this morning. Enjoy it if you can. I will say it is a little cool. You may need a light jacket or a sweatshirt, especially if you're going to be out and about for any time this morning. But make sure you've got something maybe a little lighter underneath of that. Once the sun comes up, things are going to start warming up very quickly. Carbondale at 53, Cape at 53, Harrisburg at 52. Mount Vernon, you're at 46 degrees, 53 in Paducah, 54 degrees at this hour. In Sikeston, all is quiet across the region. We've got a few high thin cirrus clouds out there this morning. Otherwise, no rain expected today. The rain chances overall in our entire 7 and 10 day forecast remain very low. Things will start to warm back up, and the humidity will start to creep back up just a bit as well. For Tuesday and Wednesday, there's a small chance for a pop-up shower, maybe a pop-up thunderstorm during the heat of the day tomorrow, primarily during the late afternoon and early evening hours. And then we're actually tracking another cold front set to arrive towards the second half of the week. Bring some slightly cooler weather back into our forecast towards, say, Thursday and Friday. Right now, though, high pressure built into the Midwest, things staying very, very quiet. We're just to the southwest of the high. That means that, remember, the air circulates around that high pressure in a clockwise fashion. So we'll have an east breeze around this morning and through much of the day today, and that's going to keep that less humid air pumping in here. This afternoon, upper 70s to about 80 degrees or so on average. We'll see occasionally some clouds, mainly in the way of cirrus clouds this afternoon, but otherwise all is quiet. There's that east breeze staying with us through the overnight hours, back in the low 70s at 8 o'clock. And tomorrow morning, waking up again into the 50s, so some of these cooler mornings, and then things start to warm back up pretty quickly during the afternoon. A little bit warmer on Tuesday. We'll creep back into the lower 80s. We'll keep the east breeze around. And then we go during the late afternoon, early evening hours, maybe a little pop-up shower, maybe a pop-up thunderstorm or two. Most areas are probably going to stay dry, but I can't entirely rule out those little popcorn variety storms developing on Tuesday afternoon. Even warmer in here on Wednesday as we creep back into the mid 80s, but then a backdoor cold front arrives and temperatures drop back into the upper 70s by, say, Thursday and Friday. We call it a backdoor cold front. Most of our weather, of course, comes from the west, but with these little cold fronts this time of year, sometimes we'll see them approach from the north and the northeast and make their way back into our region, and we call that a backdoor cold front. Not expecting much in the way of rain. There you go, next 5 days rainfall outlook, just not showing much. So a couple pop-up showers, pop-up storms possible. There we go, a little warmer on Wednesday. The cooling back into the 70s for highs Thursday and Friday. And then this weekend, we'll creep back into the 80s, back to about 80 on Saturday, low 80s on Sunday. And Memorial Day, the first, of course, start to the unofficial summer. Temperatures back in the mid to upper 80s early next week.
I'll tell you what, with all this warm weather right now, think about all these festivals coming up and concerts going on. But there's one pop singer who says she's done with the big concerts. Yeah, Miley Cyrus actually says she's done